There are a number of activities and exhibits planned for July at the Minnesota Marine Art Museum. Executive Director Andrew Mouse explains one of those exhibits will feature an artist from our region.
We are in Carved by the River, which is an exhibition of Viroqua, Wisconsin artist Nick Robleski. It's the grand finale of the museum's Woodcut print series. And Woodcut is basically taking a wooden block. Now I'm going to simplify it probably grossly, but taking a wooden block, incising areas, and inking the relief of what's left, and then running it through a printing press. So you get multiples of the same image based on the carving of those plates. You use a different plate for each color. So when you see a full color print, that artist had to incise that many different plates. It's a very time-consuming. I've often thought that printmakers were some of the most interesting and yet some of the craziest artists that you can meet, because you really have to be extremely precise. But his artworks we like a lot. Actually, we're really big on this guy. He's an emerging artist. He's never had a solo museum exhibition before, and we're really happy that we're the first ones. So that's hopefully we can bring his works to a wider audience. In the show, there's a lot of different kinds of prints. Behind you, which you can't see, are monochrome prints, a single color. And behind us here, there are numerous prints that are full color and very large. And so he's a very versatile artist. He works with abstract images and he works with very realistic images. So it really depends on what he's doing. There'd be a very wide range as to how long it would take him to make each piece. But that's also part of the reason why we love him so much, because he's so good at navigating different visual worlds, if you will. And so much of it is inspired by the river, which is obviously something that we do here. And we're really, really excited about the show. It's up until through October 10th. And so pretty much the entire duration of the summer and into the early fall, these prints will be here. And we think it's a nice complement too. The museum is very active in working with living artists. And we like the fact that you can come to the museum and experience contemporary work, what's going on now, and historical work as well. We're very active as a museum in general, and I think the museum is a very good active community partner as well. We partner with the Minnesota Beethoven Festival on a performance. So right in this gallery where we're currently installing the show, on July 17th and 18th, we're going to host a performance of the New York Chamber Soloists. And that is going to be the only performance this year, musical performance, that actually take place inside of a gallery in the museum. So you're surrounded by artwork while you're listening to really some of the best in classical music. So we're really, really proud to be a partner of the Minnesota Beethoven Festival. We're also partnering with the Shakespeare Festival in exhibiting a collection of works from a guy from New York named Ralph Nemec, who has dedicated much of his life to collecting the work of Rockwell Kent, who was famous for illustrating Moby Dick, but he also illustrated the complete works of William Shakespeare in the 1930s, and we showed part 1 of his collection last year, and this year is part 2, and that is, of course, in support of the Great River Shakespeare Festival. So we have 3 temporary exhibitions and collections up all the time, and there's educational programs, and the museum has a store, so there's lots of different ways to interact with the museum. Information about everything that's going on and coming up is at MMAM.org, which is obviously the museum's website. It has our hours and our admission, and also ways to get involved. The museum relies on members and donors in order to operate, so there's information on there as well.